Welcome to the Otherworld Watch channel, where darkness thrives and the pages of haunted literature crackle to life. Tonight, we journey beyond the veil into tales born of terror and twisted imagination. Prepare yourself for stories that linger long after the last word. Tonight, we delve into the chilling depths of Rebecca, a Gothic horror novel that grips the soul with cold, relentless dread, written by Daphne du Maurier. Before we begin this chilling tale, let us turn the pages back to its creator. Daphne du Maurier, born in 1907 in London, was one of the most enigmatic and influential writers of the 20th century. Her works often blurred the lines between romance, Gothic horror, and psychological suspense. She had a fascination with identity, isolation, and the sinister undercurrents of seemingly ordinary lives. In 1938, at the age of 31, she published her most haunting novel, Rebecca. It became an instant sensation, selling nearly 3 million copies before she even wrote another word. The novel won the National Book Award in the US and has never gone out of print since. But Rebecca was more than a bestseller. It was a Gothic masterpiece, a ghost story without a ghost, a psychological thriller dressed in the elegance of high society, and it remains to this day du Maurier's most enduring and disturbing legacy. Last night, I dreamt I went to Manderley again. The dream always begins the same. A winding road cloaked in mist, moonlight flickering through twisted trees, and then Manderley. A great house, half buried in ivy and shadow, windows like watching eyes, silence so deep it feels like the house is breathing. This is not just a dream, it is a haunting. Our story begins in Monte Carlo beneath the warm sun and illusion of peace. A shy, nameless young woman serves as a paid companion to a wealthy, bitter lady. She lives in the background, unnoticed, unremarkable, until the day she meets Maxim de Winter. He's a man twice her age, aloof, wounded, hiding something behind his quiet smile. Yet he charms her. In a whirlwind of brief courtship, he proposes. Marriage comes not with a kiss in the rain, but with the quiet urgency of a man fleeing something. They marry. She is swept away to the English countryside, to Manderley. From the moment she arrives, she knows she doesn't belong. The house looms like a monument to someone else. The staff, the grounds, even the walls whisper one name. Rebecca, Maxim's first wife, beautiful, accomplished, beloved, dead, but not gone. The new Mrs. de Winter feels it immediately. Rebecca's presence. She lingers in the velvet curtains, in the faint scent of flowers that should no longer be there. Her name is etched into linen, her initials embroidered on pillowcases. Her handwriting, bold and elegant, fills notepads and address books. And then there's Mrs. Danvers, tall, pale, expressionless. The housekeeper watches her with disdain. Loyal only to Rebecca, she does not speak of her in past tense. She speaks as if Rebecca will return at any moment. She shows the young bride Rebecca's preserved bedroom. Nothing touched, nothing removed. The bed still made, the clothes still hanging, a shrine. Mrs. Danvers speaks of her with such fervor, such twisted reverence, that the air seems to thicken with something rotten. Her voice is cold as stone.
She was so beautiful, so clever, so brave. She knew how to be a wife, unlike you.
The second Mrs. de Winter begins to unravel. She no longer feels like a person, only a shadow of someone better. Rebecca is everywhere, in the servants' whispers, in Maxim's silence, in her own reflection. Then, the cruelest trick. Mrs. Danvers persuades her to wear a specific gown to Manderley's masquerade ball, a stunning white dress, the same dress Rebecca once wore. When she descends the staircase, smiling nervously, hoping for approval, Maxim's face turns to stone, horrified. He does not say a word, he simply walks away. She has become Rebecca's puppet. That night, in her lowest moment, she stands at the open window of her room, the sea wind howling, the cliffs below beckon. Mrs. Danvers appears in the shadows behind her, her voice soft as silk, deadly as a knife.
Why not end it? No one wants you here. You'll never be her. He'll never love you.
Her hand gestures toward the open air.
Jump!
But something interrupts them, a rocket flare. A ship has wrecked in the bay, and with it, a terrible truth is pulled from the sea. Divers discover Rebecca's sunken boat and inside her body. But wait, hadn't Maxim already identified a body long ago? Hadn't they buried her? Who lies at the bottom of the sea then? That night in the study, Maxim finally confesses. His voice shakes, not with fear, but relief. He hated Rebecca. He tells his young wife the truth. Rebecca was not the perfect woman. She was cruel, cold, manipulative. She seduced anyone she wished, blackmailed those who disobeyed her. And one night when she claimed she was pregnant with another man's child, she laughed at him, mocked him. He shot her, and he sank her boat, hiding her corpse beneath the waves. He never loved Rebecca, but now the law will tear him apart. An inquest follows, a storm of scandal, but in a grotesque twist of fate, it is revealed. Rebecca was dying of cancer. She staged her own doom. She wanted Maxim to kill her. And even in death, she wins. Manderley waits while its master's secrets unravel, but someone else is unraveling too. Mrs. Danvers. Her obsession has curdled into madness. She refuses to accept what Rebecca truly was. She would rather burn the truth than live with it. One night, she vanishes into the halls. Moments later, fire consumes Manderley, a red sky, screams, ashes, and somewhere in that fire, Mrs. Danvers vanishes forever. The house is gone, the past reduced to embers, but the haunting does not end. Because Rebecca is more than a ghost. She is a curse, a memory with claws, and she lives on, in dreams, in guilt, in fear. The second Mrs. de Winter has her husband, but she will never be free. Rebecca will always be there, just beneath the surface, waiting. Thank you for joining me on this journey into one of literature's most iconic Gothic tales. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more literary adventures. Till then, stay curious and stay brave.